On the 6th of June, globally, people have gathered to commemorate World Environmental Day. Today, Joburgtv is at the Johannesburg Zoo to celebrate and create more awareness around how to conserve our environment. And then I'd like to know, how can we create awareness for the youth to also know about pollution?
Well, I think I'm encouraged today, really inspired by seeing schools bringing their kids here. Organizations like OESA and Coca-Cola and other stakeholders who have been working with us over the last few years. It's really encouraging. Today, as you can see, it's a typical example. These kids are not in classroom environment, but they are here to come and learn. But this type of learning, fortunately, is what is going to do preserve the future of the world for them.
Thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you so much.
Please, Mr. Mayor, please prioritize our needs in the city of Joburg. Our future is in your hands. Please give us beautiful, clean, safe spaces to live nearby and to play in. We promise that if our parks and streets are clean regularly, that we too will care for it and grow up taking care of these spaces.
Jumana ufuna ukuthatha iduka should we move Jumana lokho Jumana lento leyo ibiza air pollution uyamosha Jumana lento le simple ukuthi yonke yes uyibutha uyabona lapha kunomfula khona emfuleni lahlela khona sohamba ngamanzi lesiziko
Hayibo, Triko, ngikuthemba kangaka mnganami. Ungasho kanjani ukuthi uJumaima akathathe udodi ayolahla emfuleni?
Mina lahle kwakho.
Shuthi ngiyayibona lento le Triko. Lento le is come from you. La kule community yethu. Triko, wena utshela abantu ukuthi abahambe bolahla udodi emfuleni so that they can do it. Water pollution.
Yes, Joburg City Parks and Zoo has been at the forefront of environmental conservation in the city. One of the ways is to look at how we design our parks, how we work with communities, because bearing in mind that we not only have an environmental responsibility, we also have a socio-economic responsibility to alleviate poverty, to create those necessary jobs through the expanded public works program, through the co-op model. So here at the Joburg Zoo and at Joburg City Parks, we need to design to better the environment. And we also are very mindful that we need to work as an integrated entity within the city of Joburg, together with, like you see behind me, environmental air quality is a critical component of building a healthy, vibrant and clean Joburg.
Greetings to all. My name is Kimberly Tofatso Magom, and I'll be preparing a speech about reducing, reusing and recycling. I'm one of the Eco Rangers, and I've met Sis Nontlantla from Pick It Up together with the Green Minds at UVO.
Okay, so with our experiential learning that we do when they get to our center, we then get them involved to explain to them what are the impacts of packaging, what are the impacts of plastic, what are the impacts of disposing waste in a very bad way. So we get them involved and then we teach them about the 3 R's, which is reducing. So with reducing, we're basically telling them that you don't take a plastic if you don't need it. So you get to the shop, and if you don't need a plastic, for example, you're going to buy a bottle of milk, you don't need to buy a plastic for that. You can just carry your bottle, and then so you reduce by doing that. And then the next step is to reuse. So all the plastics that you've accumulated, that you've bought with your family, you then reuse. So you take it back to the shop. So if you take a plastic bag from Checkers, instead of throwing it into the bin or burning it, you then take it and reuse it. So when you go back to the shop, you use it again. And then when you realize that now it's broken, you can't use it again, now you get to the last step, which is recycling. That's when you take it and then it's molded, or it's taken to the recycling companies. That's when it's molded and then it's turned into something else. For example, these benches, they made from recycling polystyrene, which is plastic number 6. So this is polystyrene. So this is plastic. When that's molded and, transformed to something else, you can make a bench like this. Is plastic. It's heavy. If you see these white things on the environment, you should know that that environment is clean.
These things it means the environment is clean now.
These are indicator species. They're called lichens. So a lichen is a combination of fungi and algae. So when these come together, they form a symbiotic relationship. And that on its own, they're very, very sensitive. So that on its own, it helps us to understand the quality of the air that you're breathing. So if you see yourself walking in a place and you see a lot of lichens, take a deepest breath that you've ever took in your life, because they're very sensitive to pollution.
And there you have it. Not only do we have an environmental responsibility, but we also have a socio-economic responsibility. Let's ensure we keep our environment clean by reusing, reducing and recycling. My name is Gail Fasahi, signing out for Joburg TV. Goodbye.